Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Talk 6. I'm your girl Tameca. This is a podcast where we just get to talk about real stuff, man. Stuff that really impacts and affects our community. Hopefully people will get some healing with it, but we ready to get in this thing today, so here you go.
Yeah, and you know it's your boy Mr. Convo returning back once again. And T, I just wanna, start, what's happening? Nice smile. How was your week?
Nice round. I like it. Come on, you know how to get this down. My week. Let's see what we do this week. This week been really busy. So I've been just out in the streets trying to make connections in the community, man, and help these businesses grow. Okay. It's been, on the personal side, something wrong with y'all men, but we'll talk about that later. Something wrong.
There she go.
Something wrong with them.
No again.
There you go. No, for real. We'll talk about that later. But other than that, life is beautiful. I had wrote on Facebook sometime this week that it's peaceful over here.
Okay.
It's peaceful over here, man. Ain't nothing going on too much with me. So work is good, kids is good. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Yeah. My daughter's almost 18, so I'm done.
Blessing.
Everybody say that ain't done, but
blessing. I'm
gonna be done.
Yeah, when your kid live to 18 nowadays, that's a blessing.
That's true.
And that's crazy.
That's kind of going what we're gonna talk about. But go ahead and how your week was.
Yeah, my week was cool. I just was laying back, kicking back. I spent a lot of time, actually looking at people's shows and diving into people conversation. And last week, our topic was their topic for the whole week.
Okay.
Emotional intelligence.
Okay.
But I do, just before we get into ours, I'm gonna kick this out here. I think most of y'all got emotional intelligence confused with being able to control your emotions. Those are two different things. Being able to control your emotions goes along with being emotional intelligence. Because if you need to shut it down at that point, if it's spicy, you need to shut it down. Mm-hmm. You could park it, but remember to come back and get that resolution.
Yeah. There's a lot that go with emotional intelligence. Yeah. So, you got to be tolerant. You got to be able to resolve conflict. You got to be able to manage you, like I said, and then sometimes help me manage me, at least empathize with me, create some solutions. So that's a topic I think that we might have to keep talking about, because we're in our community. We can't even get to the emotional intelligence because we can't get past the trauma that we're already dealing with. So, but listen, before you go, you look drippy with your little flip the convo. Your big flip the combo. Let's see it, man.
Yeah, this the new merch. Yeah, this new merch. I'm gonna try to. Ain't no try. I'm doing something every time we come on the show. Y'all gonna see new merch. If you like something, hit me up. I take ideas, and you can also buy my merch. Let's go.
Yeah. So I think that one of the businesses that you do is do printing.
Yes.
Flip the Convo.
Yes.
What is it called?
It's called Flip the Convo Printing LLC. Let's go.
Okay. Flip the Convo Printing LLC.
Yeah, one of a kind. We don't do all that, printing, basic stuff. We one of ones over here. This is not a cookie cutter print shop.
Okay.
If you want to look different, call me up.
If y'all want y'all special things, y'all can get at Mr. Convo at tell us where we can find you at.
Mr. Convo 585 on Instagram and on TikTok.
Okay. And then don't forget, y'all can find me at Tameca88 on TikTok. You can find me at Central City Radio app on the Xena station. Vina. He go.
Vina Soul.
Listen, I get it on Vina Soul. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
And the app goes into. I was on the music that last week. Yeah, we was nice and groovy.
Let's get it. Let me make sure that I get this right. Central City Radio app at your store, at your Play Store or your Apple Play, whatever y'all have over there.
Whatever in your phone, you
can
download it.
It's Vina Soul. Okay. But there's a couple of stations on there, but Vina Soul, and then you can click on podcasts and you'll see the other podcasts that are there too. And you should be able to see Let's Talk Sis on there. Yeah. Or you could go to YouTube at Central City Radio. I've uploaded a couple of things to mine at Tameca Howell. So, that's where you can find me. Man, my name is Tameca Howell, Howell Gang on mine. You already know, Tameca. My last name, Howell. If you just Google me, you'll be able to find whatever you need on there. But let's get into this conversation. So, Mr. Convo had came and he said he wanted to talk about a certain topic, and it's interesting because this topic I want to hear about. And
This
I have something to say. Well, go ahead.
this topic changes lives, man. We in the urban community, we take a lot of words and we give them so much power, and a lot of our men and even some of our women are incarcerated because of a four-letter word that, you have to look at the person who's telling it to you or trying to give it to you in a negative way and realize that you're not that. And if
Okay.
you're not that, why are you reacting in a way that, is going to jeopardize your future and your chance to be with your family?
Yeah. So I think the topic is egos, when egos lead to incarceration.
Incarceration, yes.
Right? And it's just, I've always asked, so for men, and actually somebody said something last week in regards to your statement about being embarrassed when you're out in the community and the woman has an issue or whatever, right? And what this person said to me is, what are you embarrassed for? And I said, I'm not sure why it would be embarrassed. He said, so this is what I thought about though. When I asked about, when I was doing research about this topic you were talking about, I asked, so why do you be so mad if somebody calls you out your name? And the guy said, because they're trying to snatch my manhood.
Okay.
So here's my question. If you already have your manhood, who can take it away from you?
Well, technically nobody can take it away from you, but it's the aspect, and I think the idea that he felt comfortable enough to put himself to call you that. It's almost like a comfortability. Like, who are you to, call me out my name, bro? You don't know me like that. You don't know my struggles, and even if I am that, you can call me that, but I'm gonna be the best at it.
Okay, so listen, I'm trying to understand why we.
It's a crazy thing. You know what? It comes from our environment, and because we all of us, man. I'm gonna say not all of us. Most of us dudes grow up in the urban community. Y'all know we got them certain rules in our community where it's just you've taught, just don't do that, don't say that, don't look at people like that. It's instilled in us, and we have to. I agree with it. We have to get out of that mood because it's too many of us incarcerated over that situation right there. It's just you could walk away.
But you ready to go to prison over somebody calling you out your name?
I'm not
finna
live
so
with 1,600
here's what I
dudes.
asked. This is what I asked. So as I was asking the question, I said, so let me help me to understand this.
Okay.
I want you to respect me. I feel disrespected, right? I feel disrespected, right? Okay, I feel disrespected. So then I do something to you that gets me to go to the place where you're going to be emasculated and even more disrespected. You got to eat with men, live with men, slave with men as far as in the same boat. You got to take your clothes off. You got to bend over and cough. You got to yes, sir, and no, sir. And you got to be treated some type of way in a cage. So you were trying to get respect, right? That was your issue. But then
you fell off.
But then because somebody called you out your name, are we talking about an ego thing or are we really talking about insecurity?
Yeah. They go hand in hand because of the training from the urban community.
Okay.
It's a lack of knowledge. It's like, okay, me myself, I have fell victim to that word and let my ego take it over, and a scuffle did break out. But as I got older, I started to look at the person and the quality of the information which I received out their mouth.
Like, who is that? Like are they even on the level to be?
That's what I was saying. I'm looking at this person like, hold up, my dude. Me, and you gonna do that, and you gonna say that? And I'm looking at the person like, you ain't got a clue in the world who I am.
So, and I be trying not to say things like this. I wanted to come back about last week when I said at the bottom, but we'll talk about that later. But I'd be trying not to say things like that. But before I take your information, you need to be qualified.
Filter, yeah.
Just qualified. You might need to be, if somebody say you're a bad parent,
I'm still going to look at that person.
And I'm trying to see like what.
Come on.
I don't even know the word. How do you get to judge? Like, what qualities do you have to get to judge?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all fall short, we all mess up, we all.
Yeah.
But my thing is that when will we get secure within ourselves? Because that's really an insecurity thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, too, and I think
Because
we
who
need to stop
cares?
teaching that in our community. Like, oh, if you get called out your name, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, or somebody gonna do this to you and do that to you. You know what? A lot of my people that I love are in the grave because of that situation right there.
Okay.
Like, we can't politic right now.
Is it because they? So somebody called them a name, or they called somebody a name? Excuse me. They called.
Both of the situations, I mean, honestly, both of the situations could have been just squashed, man. Just have a conversation, whether y'all want to yell, scream, or whatever, man, and then walk away to live, to go home to your family.
So the question is it worth it?
No, it's, to me, it's not worth it, but to a lot of people, it is. And then, like you said, you hear a lot of people, even on record, I'm willing to die about my respect. Going to jail is dying about your respect,
Okay,
bro.
that's
You
kinda.
can't. Let me just put it out here to y'all. Let me take these glasses off. Let me take these
Not
glasses
take the
off.
glasses. Let's
me
take
take
the
these
glass. Look
glasses
at
off.
her though.
Let me
Let's
take
take
these
the
glasses
glasses
off.
off.
Y'all out here talking about your respect, and y'all leaving your mothers, your daughters, and your sisters out here, and your nieces, and your nephews to protect themselves mentally, physically, and emotionally while you behind them chains, laying down, doing that time, talking about your respect. Now, when you come home, you got to do all this teaching and mending to try to, guess what? Gain your respect from who? Your family, in which you feel
And
like,
everybody else in the world. You know what I mean? So
you
now
know,
you try to get one person's respect, and then you just ended up like basically
tearing your whole life up.
and showing that you're that having to be able to build back
And
up
you
everything that you
and the
already
only
breaked down.
thing you got is some fear in the streets, and then the next thing you know, since a brother fear you so much, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm not finna do that. And then it's the mentality
So
of
if
being
they
scared. A
fear them,
scared man to kill you
that's what I was about
first.
to ask. Is that how that's gonna go?
Yeah.
So I
Put my
listen.
glasses back on,
Oh,
cause y'all tripping out here.
you. That's, I am not for the best with you. So when we take the glasses off, that
It's
means we done got
sirs. It's
serious. We done got
sirs.
serious.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, this is a topic I feel like we got to parking lot and kind of delve in and maybe bring on some guests, right?
Yeah.
That can kind of talk about how that makes them feel. Because if you don't have that mentality, I want to talk to the one that does.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that we could kind of figure out like what that.
Oh, I've been
what that looks
around
like.
people who does, and I seen them snap off. It's like, and I'm with them
But
like,
I want to know what happens inside their
dude,
brain.
what is the issue, my guy?
Yeah.
You just tore up the whole idea of what's going on. We dressed, we drippy. We done spent $400-500 on some clothes, and we ain't even make it to our destination because of your ego.
Yeah. Well, we gonna park a lot. The I don't know, because I mean this could go a lot of different ways.
It go a lot of different ways,
and I'm not sure why in our community. I am sure why in our community, but what we have to do is get some security about ourselves. We got to start speaking positive into the community. You know what I'm saying? We got to start speaking positive into our men. We got to start speaking positive into our women. We got to start speaking positive into our children. So when somebody comes and says something, it's not the end all be all.
Yeah,
You understand?
I mean, conversate, man. Let's sit down. Sometimes it might take sitting down at the round table. That's, you know what? I remember a time in family life. That's what dinner was for.
Yeah. But are we sitting down at the table? Y'all
Nah,
y'all tap in.
ain't
Are y'all
nobody
sitting down at the table?
Maybe on Sundays.
Cause I'm not gonna.
Maybe on Sundays. I mean, even I was taught, even if you don't sit down all through the week, hopefully on Sunday y'all take that time and sit down and eat.
You saying something. I think what we have to do is go back to some of the
you
old
got
school
to,
things.
man. Tap in with your kids. That give you time. Tap in with your kids. That give you time. So when you asking them questions, you can look in their eyes and see if they serious or not.
Okay. So when it comes to ego, what I think we have to do is start to help build up people's security in themselves. Start building up the kids' security. I remember I had went this week to one of my clients' places, and I just told her, I said, "Sis, you are so beautiful."
Oh yeah.
And she was so uncomfortable. You
Why?
know, I just think that people don't tell. I don't. Maybe people don't tell people that they're beautiful so much.
Eh,
I think it's not a normal thing that sometimes that we do in our community,
I'm gonna say you right.
and
I'm gonna
so
piggyback off that. You right about that.
people feel uncomfortable. They feel uncomfortable when I ask for a hug. They feel uncomfortable when I say I love you. They feel uncomfortable when I say you're beautiful. They feel uncomfortable when I said you're a king. They feel uncomfortable when I tell you that you the best thing walking out here. It's a
Hey, my
lot of
folks.
uncomfortability.
Hey, my folks. Let's get used to that, cause we some beautiful people out here.
Yeah.
We don't develop half of this world. 90% of this world. We don't need to. Let's stop trying to prove that and start acting like we the baddest on
There
this
you go.
world.
That's good. That's
We trying to
good.
prove it to.
Hashtag act like we the baddest.
Man, we trying to prove something that it's already there.
It's already there, right?
You know, they talking about, who this did, who did that. Doesn't matter. Y'all know who did what.
Mm.
Because y'all still trying to take from us.
I just think that just normalize bigging up each other.
Yes.
Hashtag big up each other.
Yes.
Listen,
Hey, sister, you look beautiful today.
Yeah.
Don't look at me cross-eyed
You did your
and
thing on that
act like
report. They
Don't
do.
act like don't act like. Don't
Do
look
you
at me
know
cross-eyed.
me?
Yeah,
Like,
what's the problem? I just wanted to say you look beautiful, sister. Is that a problem?
it probably is.
You
And
know?
now it's a problem because now they think that you're saying it because you want to get their number or you want to
Nah, man, I'm just a cool dude. I recognize
This-
beautiful people.
do
You
arrogant
know,
much.
I'm not arrogant. I
I'm
just
just
was
a cool.
I just was brought up to be a cool dude. It don't matter what lane I was in. I just try to, be me. And ultimately, that led to me being a cool dude. I could go anywhere on any side of town and not be bothered because I ain't on that type of time.
Let's talk about this. So, growing up in that way, meaning somebody had to influence you on,
Mm-hmm.
instill some kind of information in you. I always talk about that. People don't understand. They always talk about common sense, and I'm like, where did that come from? You really had to learn the
Common
things that
sense is learned in
So
the
when
home.
you were growing up, you said in the home, were you given these different principles to live by that helped you be who you are today?
Well, I'm going to say yes because I had great people to look at and follow. But I had nieces and nephews so early that I understood that I couldn't do everything else that I saw everybody else do in the streets.
Okay.
I loved them a little bit more, and I wanted to give them a little bit better example. I wanted to see them. Yes, I'm going to put on those interview clothes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to go to college.
Listen, y'all gotta go.
Yes,
Go look at him on Instagram.
Yes, I'm going to graduate from high school. Yes, I'm gonna listen to my mother. Yes, I'm gonna take the car home on time. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Why? Because I want to drive the car again tomorrow.
Okay,
y'all tripping.
Like, we don't think about that, right?
You know
Because
what I
there's
mean?
consequences to your actions,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you ain't gonna be to do what you want to do.
That's right. Saturday come, I'm trying to be out. I ain't trying to be walking or taking a bus or having somebody else pick me up. Look. As you know, as a teenager, y'all all knew you was not cool in the passenger seat. You know, you ain't getting no rhythm talking about, hey baby, what you doing? Hey baby, how you gonna give me a ride and you in the passenger seat?
That. So you saying what you trying to say is that
she don't want you, she want the driver.
You try to say women look at men. Do you think women look at men for
who they are, who they present themselves to be?
See, that's a good word. But what they have.
Who they present.
That goes to my question that
it's
I
a present,
put on
yeah.
Facebook this week.
Because check it out. If we go on a date and I present myself to have all this money, what your expectation is? Is a dude who have all this money without even knowing me.
So here's the question I asked on Facebook, and I'm gonna go to mine. I asked if he's 45 and he doesn't have a car, would you still date him?
That's hard right there.
Let's go. Y'all have to get back at y'all.
That's hard right there.
Let's
you 45 and you ain't got no car, bro.
Pull it up with what
hey,
you think?
Listen. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, I love you, my brother, but get yourself together, man.
Should you be dating at that moment? Like, I'm
gonna say, bro, get yourself together and then try to date. You know what? But some women will mess with you based on your potential if you're doing other things that presents itself to better yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're doing nothing and you're stagnant and you're still catching the bus and asking her for rides and she ain't asked you for nothing in 6 months, a year or two, and you still ain't got no car, bro, what you doing? Unless you just scared to drive.
That was somebody's argument that maybe they have a fear of driving.
That is true, man.
I mean, and then that would. But sorry. I'm sorry. I feel for you.
I mean,
but
man
I'm cool.
up and man
I'm
up.
gonna need
Do
him
something.
to probably
Don't
have
get a
car.
motorcycle. You
but
know.
they scared to do any of that.
That's
so
that's
let's hear
hard.
some of the comments. You want to hear some of the comments?
Yeah, let me see.
So the question was: so what are your comments about a person trying to date you over 45 without a car, right? And so
is that man or woman?
I didn't even.
Because
why should it be any different?
It's gonna be a difference.
Why?
Because I mean, for me, you know,
I'm confused.
For me, if she's if she's worth the time to put in, I may actually, offer to take her to work and pick her up and drop her off.
That's too much. Listen,
I know that's too much, but
it's
if she's worth the time.
It's not too much because I don't want to sound like I don't support people.
Now, if she's worth the time, but like I said, if I feel she's stagnant, if I feel like she ain't trying to get that vehicle, nah.
So then why can't that be vice versa as well? Why can't it be a man that is trying but he doesn't have a car?
Women don't accept that.
They say they are on Facebook.
Man, y'all cut that out because check this out. Let me y'all capping right now. I'm gonna take my glasses off again.
Here you go.
Because
how you tell them they capping?
Because ain't no difference in a dude will talk to a chick at McDonald's doing them fries back there and putting salt on them, but if a 45-year-old man back there is flipping fries and putting salt on fries, y'all ain't giving him no
y'all
rhythm.
Y'all might not have y'all priorities together then.
Cut it. Cut it.
You need to cut it. No, but anyway. So here's my thing.
Y'all know it. Stop
I don't think it's about the car. I think it's about
the availability to get where you need to
go. I think that, and I think about like I've been trying to toss it in my head because
can I go somewhere too about this? I think it's about protection. I really do, because if a female call a dude and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm stranded. I'm stuck. I need a ride," and you can't do that, then I could call.
So the question was, the answer to that was, okay, so
you can't protect me in that manner.
They can Uber me though. Is that protection?
That's yes and no, because Uber people are.
Listen, y'all can be mad at me or not because I have fans and I love y'all. However, here's the thing. I'm gonna need him to have a car. I need him to have a car. I might need him to have two at this point. I need him to have a car. All I'm saying is I need him to have a car.
It's called availability and protection.
Here's what I think. I'll be trying not to.
You got to.
Okay. Last week, let's go there.
We talked about. Put it lightly though.
Last week I said this, so let me help y'all with what I said. Mm-hmm. I said it's not that it's lonely at the top, but there's a lot of people at the bottom, right? Mm-hmm. So let me fix that. So if I'm here and you're here and you're the man that's supposed to be pulling me up because men's supposed to lead, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. It's gonna be like me pulling myself. Like it's gonna be this, right? Hold on. It's gonna be that. Right? Because you're supposed to lead. So there's certain qualities and characteristics that you have to have, right?
Okay.
I'm not meaning somebody at the bottom like y'all, something wrong with people. That's not what I meant. However, well, it depends. If you, and we don't have to be exactly like this, and you ain't got to be exactly like this, and you could be like this, but there's certain things that you need to do to help me get to my next. Yeah. Because the woman was supposed to be a help me. She wasn't supposed to be the one doing all this stuff. So there's certain things. I need to understand fully why you don't have a car at this age.
But you know
I need to understand why you flipping burgers and back there putting salt at this age. I need to know, like, what's the goal? Where we're going to get to? Because if we just keep it honest, first of all, who gonna take care of anybody flipping burgers right now?
What I'm gonna tell you is, I like where you're going with that, and I think that's your personal preference, and that's cool. And you know what? Some women will take. I understand that answer because some women will take that dude and shine him up.
Now, that's because, well, listen, so you have to have certain characteristics. That's what I'm talking about.
Potential.
So it's not really it's not even the potential.
You gotta have.
Hold on, let me talk about potential real quick.
The woman has to like you a lot more to help you do that. Because like you said, most females looking at men to lead. And like you said, they don't at 45. They ain't trying to do this. They my bad. Oh man. So they trying to have things to where you're actually improving.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't bringing nothing to the table, then they.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't potential. Sometimes people don't ever get to their potential. You good?
Yeah.
There you go. Sometimes people don't ever get to their potential. So I'm looking at your ability to do and that you are doing. Like everybody has the potential.
I like what you said though. Your one of your things was follow through.
Follow through.
Yeah.
Do what you say you're gonna do. Let me say this: let's say you don't have a car because something happened to the car.
Yeah.
Right, and you not like begging for rides, and you get on that bus every day at 4:30 in the morning, and you get to work and you do what you got to do, and you handle your business. So now it's not about because my thing is not about the materialistic, tangible part of the car. It's about what's happening. Like, why are you not there? So there are
beef
some
in between that.
There's some other conversations that we need to have, because in order to lead, you just have to have certain characteristics. You do not have to be at a certain status.
Every man ain't built to lead.
Don't mean that, yes, they were. They just ain't.
No.
God, in the order of God, yes, they was.
I don't agree.
Yeah, okay, you don't have to.
But in the order of God, yes,
right,
but every
so
man within himself ain't built to lead.
They need some tools.
But
see, so this is what we're talking about when you say some women will come and polish people up. At this time, we're too busy fighting them because they think we're controlling because we're trying to polish.
And two, you know what? Too, I'm gonna just say this. I think most people, men and women, need to start actually liking who likes them, because most people.
That's a good.
I'm gonna just say this and just hold on and ride with me, y'all. Ride with me. We
gonna roll with you.
Most men go after who they like, and it don't work out. But Judy in the back, who like him, he won't even look at her. But I bet you, if he gave her a chance, that would be the best ride in his life. You wanna know why?
Cause she already do what she into him. Do. Yeah.
And fellas, it's one thing that we need to learn how to do, and I'm gonna just put this out. I'm gonna let you get your idea. What we need to learn how to do is take those spicy conversations we having with our lady and retool them. Like, for instance, like, let's just say if your lady came to you and say, honey, I love you, this, that, and the third, but you ain't really been pleasing me. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? All right, sweetheart, I'm going to find, a babysitter for these kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, go get something sexy. We going to go to dinner. We going to set the mood. And I'm going to ask you to show me and teach me how to better myself in that situation.
So what's interesting is that you be thinking that people think like that. But I'm telling you they don't. Let me tell you just as simple as this.
That's what I'm saying,
simple
though.
as this. I was chilling with this dude, right? So we chilling.
That's what I'm saying.
I got a lot of chilling with these dudes. So
it's simple as that.
Listen, it should be. But I'm chilling with him. So we out here on the patio, right? So we're together. We on a date. So there's a couch like a chair right here and a little love seat right here. Okay, let me do it this way. There's a chair right here and a little love seat right here. So we come outside. He sits over there. And I'm talking to him.
Not a politic.
I'm talking to him, and I'm like, okay. So then I say this. I say, can you come over here? No, I'm sitting over here. I'm cool right here.
Oh, what's up with that?
I said, well, can you come over here? Because I want you to come over here, and it's a little more intimate.
Are y'all out in like a club or a bar?
We was by ourselves.
Was it out like in a bar or dinner or?
Yes, it was like a bar type situation, and we went outside. Okay. Nobody was outside with us.
Okay, first of all, you barely can hear in a bar.
We was outside on a patio, so it wasn't even that. It wasn't none of that.
None of that environmental interference.
Just come over here because this is why not? Right? And he was so adamant that I was like, all right, it's cool. I mean, I ain't gonna stress you.
What's the issue?
So when we talked about it, he said, I'm not used to being around, haven't dated in a long time, and da-da-da-da-da. Even if you have not, I asked you for something that wasn't gonna hurt you. Was it gonna hurt him? Was he gonna die?
And it was for free. So think about it.
You might listen to this. Hey, boo.
But check this out. But you know what, though? But see, not being funny, you got your answer right there, and you ain't even know it. Is that something you really want to pursue if he can't even give you a simple request?
I definitely had a conversation.
That's a simple request.
I had a conversation with it is. So then what I'm telling you is that
To me, that's something as
Most
simple
people
as
are,
putting your
even
woman
men,
on the
even
inside
women,
when you're walking.
even women are like this. We should just be able to ask what we want.
Yes.
And when you ask for what you want, you should be able to somebody if it's not, I always say if it doesn't compromise my moral compass, then I'll do it. I don't care. You like dresses, I'll wear a dress.
Right.
Simple. I don't like dresses. I don't wear dresses. I don't not like them. I'm a Tom girl, so I wear jeans and pants a lot. However, if you say you like dresses, let me put this dress on.
But
that ain't nothing.
You dress it up fly though, so you good.
It ain't nothing. Thank you. See,
Yeah.
see, that's what talking about. Go on, give.
Yeah.
Y'all take notes. 555. I'm telling y'all 206
69. Oh no.
But anyways, I think that I'm finding out a lot about us. Finding out a lot about us through this dating experience, because I'll be telling y'all I ain't never date. I think we gonna do a Let's Talk Sis after dark. We gonna get real raw Dougie after dark,
because sometimes you gotta talk how people talk for them to understand.
But my mother is listening to this one. My mama need you to not watch Let's Talk Sis after dark, because it might be conversations and things and words that you may not want me to use, but I still love you.
Can we go into all these urban community rules we are blessed to try to endure and think that the world has to accept them?
What urban rules? Maybe I don't
such know. As, you know, if somebody's talking to you foul, you gotta punch them in the mouth. So, you know, we grow up like that. I grew up like that. You know, somebody kill your dog, you slay their cat. We're brought up like that.
You know what I will say is that I think those are topics that you would have to bring to the table. Because I honestly, I know we gonna talk about. You said, can we talk about? I'm about to say something about it. I didn't grow up with those rules. So they're weird.
And you know what though? That's what I wanted you to say.
They're
because
weird.
Check it out, y'all.
Why are y'all?
Check it out, y'all.
Losing your life because somebody called you something?
Rules. The only rules most Caucasians have in their neighborhood is to mow your grass and to keep your area tidy.
Listen.
And here we go with the don't do this. You got to do this. You got to grow up like that. And you got to be tough. And you got to protect this person and protect that person. And you got to move a certain way and talk a certain way, when none of that makes sense nowhere else.
Not only that,
outside that community.
It doesn't help us to get to wherever we need to get, right? Like,
I'm not telling you not to know how to move.
No, that's not it, because I don't not know how to move.
But I'm telling you,
if it had to get raw Dougie, we gonna get raw Dougie.
Okay,
but
like
there's
that.
No reason to do.
There's no reason to do that.
You understand? People are losing their jobs,
life,
their kids, all kind of stuff over these. That's next. That's a good topic.
All over.
What are some of these urban rules in these communities that are hindering us?
Can I tell you something that irked my nerve? I seen it on Instagram yesterday, and it was so pitiful. One of the rappers had his little boy out there shooting dice with him. I mean, talking greasy too, stacks of money. I'm like, okay, in one hand, yeah, he counting money, so he probably gonna be, you know,
he can count money
literally efficient. So hopefully you send him to school so he can be an accountant.
No, because see, kids are gonna do what they see you do, not what you tell them to do.
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm saying. That really irked me. You rather put dice in his hand than a book.
Or yeah. But
you ain't teaching him about no black leaders.
So,
are you teaching him routines?
Yeah, he gonna routinely pick that money up off the ground.
No, he gonna routinely go back and forth to jail like his daddy. And y'all gonna call that cool.
But the thing is
man, that ain't cool to me.
It's not. And
Cut the cap.
He definitely is going
Matter of fact, take that down, bruh. That ain't doing nothing for your image.
We might have to sit. You want to sit this? That made you mad, huh?
Yeah, that made me mad, man.
I be getting upset about.
Cause that's goofy. That's goofy. That's why we sitting here in the position that black people at right now. Cause we doing stuff like that.
You are not wrong.
Ain't nobody doing that in other cultures. They teaching generational wealth.
Because like, you talk other minorities are still doing. Because if you just talk about mafia,
you want to do that? Send them to the store and buy you stuff, like my sister did me, and bring me back all my change.
All my change, okay. All right. Do you need a fan or something?
Nah, I'm cool, but that just irked me, man, because we trying so hard out here to change our image, and you gonna go do that.
But see, that brings me back to, well, it ain't no different than being on Instagram and showing all your unmentionables for monetary gain, like we was talking about last week. Your kids see that.
Yeah, and you talk about why you ain't got no real dude, and all his partners done already, mentally done did they thing with you.
Okay.
So no, I don't want you. I don't. I want somebody that's gonna give me my own lane. Give me my own lane.
I think some things are supposed to be for private.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Why I got to have all your body parts out and everybody done seeing you, and I can't? How I'm gonna have my own lane with my partner, me and my partners together? They already know what you look like.
Yeah. So listen, egos leading to incarceration, right? I think that all of these things that we talked about today, they come back to that, right?
It really do.
I mean, urban rules. I want to delve into that a little bit on another podcast, because I think that when I started living in the Black community, because I've always lived in predominantly white neighborhoods, I was so confused.
Me too.
I was so confused, like, I
got into a couple scuffles.
Okay, y'all think this is okay? One thing that I want to talk about real fast, and we'll come back, is you don't get bullied because you don't have no money in non-Black communities, meaning like shoes and stuff like that. I didn't know how it was important. That was that important, because you don't. Right. They don't go. If you even go to the rich white neighborhoods, they have Nissans in the. And I mean, you'll see other stuff too, but they have Nissans. They have Walmart shoes on, and we barely can even do any. We pull up to the project in them bins.
In a bin
with 12, 15, 20 pairs of Jordans in our closet. Y'all done sat outside all night to get these retro Jordans and done paid $700, and you pulled up to the project.
Y'all terrible with that.
I think we might need to change the because if you pulling up to something that's yours,
y'all hustling backwards.
Man, pedaling backwards.
Man, y'all hustling backwards out here. Matter of fact, man, if y'all getting a little piece of change like that, man, if you got over $1 million right now, you done been out there slanging them pieces, man, legitimize yourself.
Or hurry up. So I was telling this guy that I know, he had all of the
free game.
He had like 45 pairs of Jordans.
Why?
And he was telling me, he told me I'm homeless. Ooh. I said, no, you shouldn't be, because you got a whole, you got money.
Yeah, you got the whole line.
Man, you bet. He's like, I'm not going to give away I will sell all of them.
Me too.
All of them. I wouldn't even have got to the homeless, because I would have sold one pair, because if they're retro, you could get $1,000 for those.
But see, I think, see, you got a hustler mentality. You ain't got that.
I know I wouldn't be homeless.
I could tell you that. So, not wearing no $600 shoes.
So listen,
take 2 of them and go put me.
We done did a
get
lot
an apartment.
Today. We done did a lot today.
Did we?
They might be mad at us on this one.
Hey, it's all right.
They might be
Sometimes
mad.
we got to ruffle some feathers.
But what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to show how to get to the other side.
It's all in love, y'all.
If y'all really want to get to the other side, this is what this podcast is about. It's about, taking real issues and giving empowerment and love, healing to our community, man. These things can work for whoever, but I'm really adamant that in our community, I'm not making jokes, man, but just let's boss up in 2024.
Hey, you know what? Let's roll with that, because you know what? I'm all for it too. What I see to it with us, I see a lot of talking and no resolutions.
We do a lot of complaining.
I'm not even gonna lie.
God told me this year, he said, listen, you talk too much. Now I need you to figure out the solution and get to the action.
That's where I'm at.
And 24 is God's power, God's strength, God's yes. So y'all,
One of the solutions, put them guns down. Put them guns down, man.
You
change your life. When you choose to carry that gun, you change your life, because that means you're willing to go that route. And you know what? Think about it.
Have a gun?
Now, I'm not saying that, because there's always going to be bad people doing bad things, but a lot of times, a lot of people say, keep God first, but keep a Glock in your house.
Anyway, we're going to end on that. We're going to end on that note. The timer is saying that we got to go and we got to be up out of here for this week. Man, that went by fast.
This was official.
Man.
I know, right?
Okay. So listen, if y'all want to come on the podcast, get at us. Get at me at Tameca Howell on Facebook. Because we really trying to hear people's opinions and grow this thing. Hey, y'all get on the Central City Central City Radio app, man, and listen to some of that music. He be jamming. Listen, it be going down.
Smooth
it be
grooves.
going down. You'll hear my commercial and the podcast should be up there, man. And it's just this is the brother that is doing things in our community, man. And let's help him grow and let this be the first black internet radio in Arizona that's doing what it's doing. And if y'all want to come on the podcast or y'all want your own podcast, get at me and then I'll link you with this brother. I love him. He has been a supporter of me since I met him. And I'm really appreciative of him. I'm going to get him out. See, the problem is he ain't out there. Yeah. But we're going to get him outside. We're going to get him outside this year. And he is a dope being. He hard on me sometimes, though, but I still love him.
Hey, if you ain't ready for the truth, man, don't play with him.
Right. He gonna say it nicer than me though, so y'all probably can handle him. Y'all can handle me.
It's still gonna be the truth.
It's gonna be tight, but it's right.
And you know what? That's what we need to start living by. Start accepting the truth. Stop living by those lies and live by the truth. And let's take our own work. Protection. Protect our women. Protect each other. Love each other. Put them guns down. Peace up. Conversations up.
I like that. We out.